Yeah,
Woo!
yeah, podcast number, I don't know.
I think this is 3, but we scrapped a lot of shit we did earlier.
Yeah.
Hola! ¿Cómo estás?
Yeah, we got to add that Charlie's he's joining us remotely.
Yeah.
Via FaceTime tonight.
Live via satellite.
So if he sounds a little
from Antarctica, people.
from Antarctica.
Yeah.
What are you in an igloo right now, Charlie?
Yes, it's pretty cold.
Freezing his
I can cut
giblets.
glass to my nipples right now.
Oh God, you dog.
That is nice that we have that it's warm this weekend. I don't know, how's it down there by you, Charles?
It's warm. Actually, it was like 40, 42, 43 degrees.
Yeah. It's been just frigid. It's like Hoth, like the surface of Hoth. You know, it's like it's been so cold that your bones hurt when you go outside.
Yeah.
It keeps going back and forth. That's the worst part.
Yeah.
It's not just steady. It can't just ease into things. It's got to go from one extreme to another.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's like all that snow melts into water, and before the water's gone, it freezes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, I think, in the story of Hoth, it probably snowed there once, really heavily.
Yeah.
And then it hit that temperature.
Where it just stayed there.
Where it just stayed there.
Yep.
And it doesn't really snow anymore.
No.
It's just the wind.
It's like
snaps
Antarctica.
around.
It's always fucking cold.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't, like, if you go there, just be prepared year-round to be murdered by the cold weather and the unforgiving
There's
elements.
people who live around Antarctica.
There's, like, barely anybody. I know Metallica was the first band to play in Antarctica, I think.
Why? That's all I have to say.
Just
why?
so they can be the first, I think, band to play every continent.
Metallica's going to be the first band to play on Mars. And then they're never going to come back.
They leave Lars behind.
Yeah.
Wait.
Lars, one of us has to stay.
Yeah.
So the rest can live.
Your
I don't want to.
Your shit's not that technical.
Like they
You're
bring his
easy to
drum kit
replace.
back, but not him.
Yeah. Here.
It's
sign
like
a snare.
Death Clock's. What was that? The drummer.
Oh, they had a drum machine?
Yeah, the drum machine.
Yeah, I think he's been replaced by fucking drum software. This isn't cool, guys. I'm suing.
I don't think I've seen that episode.
Yeah.
Who hired you? Was it LimeWire?
Yeah, Napster. Like, dude, Napsters have been around decades. Oh man.
I hear the dogs.
The ravenous dogs.
They're coming for me.
You just see one, just on the side of Charlie's face, just a mouthful of cheek.
Down, boy, down,
get off!
He's spraying it with a squirt bottle.
Oh my God, let go! Just eating my face off.
Dude, you alright? It's nothing. It happens quite frequently, actually.
Yeah, it comes and goes.
Yeah. To wear a hockey mask inside.
That's that's the crazy part is that if you die and your house is locked, your animals will start eating you.
I seen this gory ass picture online with this woman. She like had a heart attack and died in her house, and no one knew for a while. And her 2 dogs ate her, and like it showed like there was just blood in the kitchen and like some of her body.
Oh.
It looked like roadkill. You know, like the dogs just started feasting on her.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, yeah, they're fucking animals.
No, they're hungry.
Oh yeah, exactly.
They have that, innate instinct to eat. You know, they're hungry.
Yep.
They don't care who you were.
Yeah.
Exactly. They may love you at once, but they're loving you from the inside.
They also gotta eat.
Yeah.
Survival's a strong instinct.
I mean, when the hand don't feed,
you
eat the hand that fed.
Yep. That's how it works.
Oh my good lord.
That's just so. What's on the lineup for now that we can all communicate? We all have Xboxes, we all have TVs, and we all have internet.
This is a first ever.
This is a first.
And this is mainly my fault because I'm like behind in technology and also internet.
Well, you lived under a rock.
Yeah.
For like the past year.
Yeah. So I'm finally caught up to the 21st century.
Yep.
So I think we're gonna start doing Diablo 3. We'll probably start playing some of that together. What else, guys? What else have we got? Rocket League, maybe here and there.
Possibly. That game
I know,
infuriates me.
pisses you off. It pisses me off, especially when you're playing with people like Charlie.
But
Well, it's just it's the curse of being great.
It's the curse of being great.
No, I made it to silver. I actually made it to silver a month or two ago, and that same night I went back down to bronze. So
I don't know what silver is.
silver is the step above bronze.
Well, yeah, gold, silver, bronze. It's like
It's like the Olympic medals. I don't know if you get that, Darren.
It's reverse. You start out at like platinum, and then you go all the way up to bronze.
Platinum's below bronze.
Like you have to go through 4 tiers of bronze before you actually get to silver, and the step up from bronze to silver is infuriating, to say the least.
Well, what are the requirements?
Just to win, you have to win like 14 games in a row on each tier.
Oh. So
Yeah.
you pretty much have to be really good at the game and then be in a team
That's really good.
Yeah, you have to. You actually have to be.
That's a game
on a
where
team.
like you cannot be like an all-star player and single handedly take your team to the top. Because
I don't know, man. I played some crazy silver people who the rest of the team did jack shit. And then
well, maybe
that
maybe
one
I'm
team
wrong.
member
I don't know.
just somehow pwned.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I know like with Rocket League when I was playing it, the learning curve isn't really that steep, but if like you don't play it,
Yeah. Yep.
yeah, it's like you suck ass for like maybe I want to say 6-7 hours until you get like the understanding of essentially how to hit the ball where you want it to go, and
a lot of it's like
how the physics
planning where the ball's gonna be and like the physics like you're about to say like
Yeah.
It's a lot of that like planning out and like kind of. Because I do this constantly where I drive at the ball and I'll misjudge where it's gonna be and I'll totally drive past it or you know what I mean like and I have to do a quick whip of Yui and try to get it again and by that time it's down by our net and they've usually scored by then and the team's cussing me out and I want to quit.
Yeah,
that's usually how the game goes.
And I want to quit. Yeah,
but some other games. What else? What else should be on our agenda? I definitely think we should all get. I'm gonna buy the digital version of Master Chief Collection. I think we should all.
Yeah, I'd love to play some
that.
Halo.
I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too, like the Master Chief Collection.
That'd be a great one for us 3 to play together.
Because then what I'll do is I'll just trade my disc copy and use the money from that and buy the digital.
Yeah, what I would do, like if you're trading it in at like GameStop or wherever you go, trade it in for in-store credit and then get like Xbox's currency.
Yeah, that's true.
Like on a card. More, because if you just ask for it in cash, it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna give you $30. We'll give you $30 for this game. Like in-store credit, we'll give you $1.50 in cash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
just get totally boned.
Well, yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. But I think that'd be another great game to play. Darren, what else do you think, man?
Something survival, something like that requires a bit of like team.
Well, actually, PUBG, I think, because you brought that up before. I definitely think we should all play that together because you could do team matches on that.
Yeah, well, yeah, you could team up like in a team of 4, solo, or just a 2-man team.
That'd be fun.
It is fun. But
the only thing is, if you die so early on, we'd have to wait for the other 2 to die before we can move on.
And a lot of times, like especially like if like one guy takes out one person of your team, that one person essentially just has to sit out.
And
or
that's
hop
boring.
into
Yeah,
another
that's
match.
not.
And if it's like early on,
Yeah, that would blow.
that sucks.
'Cause, I mean, those matches can probably drag out for what, 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah, about 15 they're done.
Yeah. I could see
Yep.
myself dying within the first minute and then just sitting there.
And with my experience with it on Xbox, it's really fun, but the game fucking crashes all the
does?
time.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's horrible. I kind of like stopped playing it until they at least work out some of the crashing issues, because what you're kind of against, if you're outside the zone, you're kind of against the clock, and like when you're standing out in the middle of the field, you run into people like that.
Yeah.
You know, you walk up and they're just standing there in the middle of the field, and it's like, oh, their game crashed. That's an easy target.
That sucks. That's always the worst feeling.
I was thinking Minecraft.
Yeah, Minecraft would be fun. We could work on maybe building some huge colossal like fortress or something together. You know,
it's just a giant house.
Yeah,
it's just like a giant
virtual pad,
like a cabin basically.
It's a shit shack, a primitive shit shack.
Exactly, but it's the biggest shit shack in Minecraft.
I know, like survival mode. It's like it's kind of a bitch to get going. But when you do eventually get going, it's a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. It's just finding wool for beds.
It's very addicting. Like once you get in that like kind of, remember we played that one time when we played in Wausau all the time, and we would just sit there and we would just say anything for like an hour or two and just start building.
Yeah.
And we'd say like, hey, add to that or do this, that, and I'll work on that. You know.
Yeah.
Where's the communication?
Well, that was like
it was here and there, but like we went off and did our own thing.
But we were on creative.
Yeah,
mode
we were in creative mode.
Like creative, you don't really need to. You don't really
had
need
those creative juices flowing.
Yeah, it's essentially the only limits you have are
what your mind
sets on yourself.
Yeah,
definitely.
Either that or Ark. I was thinking, or 7 Days. Ark is really fun. Ark is pretty. Ark is really pretty.
Yeah, I remember you playing it on your PS4, and yeah, it's a great looking game.
Mm-hmm.
I know. If Steam got Forza Horizon 3, I know they have actual like games on that too, not just racing. Like they have King of the Hill and like Tag basically, and actually those games are a blast.
Oh, the kind of like unorthodox, like aspect of. Well, it's a massive open world, and I'm finding Easter eggs in that game from movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like Mad Max. Mm-hmm. Not. I don't know if it's Fury Road, but like the classic Mad Max, you can get essentially his Ford Falcon.
Oh yeah.
And then if you put like the body kit that Horizon puts on there, it's Mad Max's like almost identical.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. No, that is a great game. That's another beautiful game.
You can get the Warthog, which is now kind of
meh.
Oh, it is. It's so meh. Because it's like, damn it, at least let me make it like go incredibly fast.
Or, let me shoot that gun at people. I mean, come on, give me something here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wanna fire that turret while you're in a race with somebody,
Exactly. Blowing out tires, flipping other cars.
Right when you guys are lined up for the start, all of them are lined up and you just start gunning them all down, just killing them all savagely, and then you just slowly ride past them.
Yeah, you just
mooning them in the process.
You just hammer it. Yeah, but I think
you automatically win the race. You didn't even have to move.
Yeah.
All the other players are dead, so you win.
Yeah, you just mow them down.
It doesn't even say like finish the race in the time. It just says deceased by their name.
Skull and crossbones.
Yeah, skull and crossbone.
Yeah, I think the Master Chief Collection would be a good one.
I think that'd be because I mean,
That's a game we all three of us really enjoy, especially online. I think we'd really enjoy that. Even playing the campaign together. Can we all three play that on the campaign? Online?
I
or
know.
Is it just 2?
I think it's just 2.
Oh, okay.
Really.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure about that either. I know the newest one you can play the campaign on multiplayer.
Yeah, we could try that.
With 2 or 3 people.
That I'm not sure.
I think.
But
I think it might be 2, because that's usually how Halo games are.
Mm-hmm.
It's
a co-op. Yeah, 2 guys.
2 co-op.
Or a woman, yep.
Yeah. But I mean, there's just a lot of great games that we can definitely get into and.
Oh yeah.
But what else is on the agenda, gentlemen?
Gentlemen, let's see.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Just winging it, folks. That's
Just-
how we do things.
We're just winging it. We had no plan on this one.
No, it was pretty much just say let's.
Well,
Why not?
I mean, Charlie's gonna come over here. We're gonna all do this in person here, but he's sick.
Yeah.
Got a nasty case of Spanish influenza. Is that what you got,
Oh,
Charlie?
it's a killer.
H1N1?
No.
Swine flu?
Simian flu.
Simian?
Yeah. From the rise of the dawn of the
You
beginning of
actually
the
take
planet
all
of the
those,
apes.
mix them up, and then give them to me, and that's kind of what I got.
True's got just a cocktail of viruses.
Yeah.
I'm like, as your dad would always refer to me, Typhoid Charlie.
Typhoid Charlie. Yeah, because he's like, half the time you go to Charlie's, you come back fucking sick. Something. And I'm like, that's kind of true.
I should have put a note on the door, enter at your own risk.
Yeah.
A big old biohazard fucking
I have
thing.
to like go into some fucking bubble room when I go see
First of all,
Charlie.
guys,
Yeah.
Charlie's
When
a
you come
bubble
to my
boy.
house, you gotta know it. You're automatically gonna have an amazing time. But there's a slight chance you might die.
Yeah. There's one little caveat to this. You may develop some sort of disease or virus or fungus or some shit.
Or the least it'll be is a skin rash.
A skin rash. Yeah, I have one. It never really went away. Like,
Yeah, they tend to do
they
that.
had to
That
amputate my
that was a
leg.
mean one.
Oh.
They call me Skip now.
Really? Why do they call you Skip?
Because I had to amputate my leg.
Oh!
You didn't
That's
get that,
where
did
you're going
you?
with that.
Went way over your head.
No, that's more like. It's more like Eileen.
Eileen. Calls a chick.
They call me all old one leg now, peg leg.
Peg leg. You don't see
Why'd they
anybody
call
with
you
a peg
that?
leg anymore.
Well, I mean, because I got one peg leg. What other reason is for?
Yeah. With this, like, with the advancements in prosthetics now, I think a peg leg is kind of.
It's old school.
Yeah, it
but
is old
dude,
school.
that is like the most hipster accessory you could probably have, though. If you had a peg leg,
Yeah.
like
you've got
brings
your-
it back with the eye patch.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate hipster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eye patch and a peg leg, you're halfway there.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, you've got it for
You
like.
just need a flannel and some, I don't know, trendy haircut, some black rim glasses,
A man bun.
Yeah.
and like a satchel.
You want to look like a what is it, like a high maintenance lumberjack?
Yeah.
Oh
Like,
my
he's
god.
a Metro lumberjack.
Yeah, in skinny jeans, flannel, suspenders
Yeah.
on the outside of fucking everything
Yeah,
because it's a
because
fashion
you want people to
statement.
know you're wearing them.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but who in their right mind, what man in their right mind decided a man bun would be okay? No matter how you look at it, there is no such thing as a man bun. It's only a bun, and that's how girls wear it. Like, that's it.
So the ponytail is okay for men to have, right?
Well, yes, because that's been done down through the centuries. I mean, Vikings and warriors alike. That's just how it goes.
That's
Ponytail, good. Man bun, bad.
true. Ponytail good, man bun bad. It's like very black and white here, folks.
I'm sorry. It just gets me every time. Man bun.
this conversation reminds me of Shoot 'Em Up.
shoot him up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or like the intro where he's like delivering a child and then fighting off the unnamed henchman. Like,
and the one guy with the one guy with a little short ponytail.
Yeah, and he has to give like his little like 2 cents. He's like, I don't know why people wear ponytails. They're not cool, fashionable, and then he just shoots it off.
He shoots
guy.
his ponytail off.
You know what? That movie, it may not be seen as a classic, but damn, that is a classic.
That is.
Oh,
I love that movie.
It's so over the top. The first time I saw it, I was like, are you kidding me?
This is everything I've ever wanted
in
an action movie.
It's just non-stop action. It's like action.
I just
sex
watched
scene,
a
action.
great movie with my dad, and it was, and this is all serious here, American Assassin with Dylan O'Brien. And it was honestly a really great movie.
Yeah, your dad told me Michael Keaton's in it?
Yeah, Michael Keaton's in it, yep.
Like Batman Michael Keaton?
Oh, yeah.
Like Batman Michael Keaton.
The Keat?
He's actually the one who taught Dylan O'Brien, some shit that he didn't know.
How to be an assassin?
Yeah, basically. How to do it the right way, not get killed.
So he was his mentor.
Kinda, yes and no.
Okay, so there's a little gray area here.
Yes and no.
Well, yeah, because
yes.
he was hired by the government, so it was more along the lines of like sergeant to whatever is below sergeant, like that was the upper. He was the chief basically, and I don't know military terms, so.
Oh yeah.
But you get where I'm going here. It was not really mentor, but
his superior.
There we go, superior.
Okay, he's like sergeant. That's not a top sergeant, but he's like 2 sergeants below the top sergeant. Like,
and then that sergeant below him is actually above him.
Yeah,
he's like a half sergeant below him, a full sergeant.
I was trying to wrap my head around like, okay, where's this going? Like,
it's going to sergeant.
Hey guys, we never did talk. We did see The Last Jedi, and we never discussed it. So
yes.
we should probably delve into that right now. Your thoughts? Anybody?
I'm gonna let you guys go first.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. Don't think it's as good as the original trilogy.
Yeah.
It's definitely better than the second trilogy, in my opinion.
The prequels, 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, exactly, the prequels.
Well, that was due to Anakin Skywalker's just piss poor performance. Like,
although Liam Neeson was a complete badass in that movie.
Well, yeah, everybody was a badass in that movie except for Jar Jar Binks, and then the guy who played
Hayden Christensen, the kid that played Anakin. Whiny bitch.
Yeah.
Whiny bitch.
He had a little fucking pony, or that little side braid.
Yeah.
I want to cut that thing off.
I'm
gonna cut your ponytail off.
The weird rat tail.
Yeah, it was like a side rat tail. Like,
I understand this is in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah,
but sense of fashion.
I mean, there's still a trailer park or something there.
Look at Queen Amidala.
Yeah.
Like
Natalie Portman.
Yeah, so let's put whole bunch of makeup over that beautiful face.
Yeah, she's a natural beauty. Let's just keep it that way, But anyway,
she's a kind of a badass too.
She is.
God, if it wasn't for Anakin Skywalker or Hayden, whatever his name is, for ruining that trilogy for me.
Yeah.
Really? He's who ruined it for you? To me, it was Jar Jar Binks in the first place.
Well, Jar Jar Binks was like, he didn't really play that, but he was in episode 1.
He was like that comedic part. They
didn't need the comedy.
Yeah, Star Wars isn't meant to be funny.
Exactly.
The newest one, you could tell they tried to inject some funny shit in there.
Yeah, some like little...
And it was some pretty funny parts, like when Chewbacca's about to eat that porg. Those little creatures, and there's that one staring at him. I thought that was hilarious.
That was actually funny. Jar Jar Binks was not funny. He was just annoying.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's parts I liked, and there's parts I really disliked.
Yeah. It honestly, a lot of it felt slow at the beginning, but it picked up.
What about that scene with Princess Leia when she got shot, and she
I
got
honestly
ejected
thought
into
she
space, and then she used the Force to fly back.
For everyone who hasn't seen it, this is a spoiler alert.
A little late, but
Yeah, you're kind of like a little late.
Well,
We're gonna put it.
I mean, now we're actually going in depth into a scene, so.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you could have saw the porgs on.
That's not
on
a
a
huge.
commercial
That's like
or a
that's
trailer.
like yeah,
you
trivial.
know.
That doesn't matter to the story at all.
Well, now with that, we're gonna put spoiler alert in the beginning of the video, and then we're gonna leave that in.
Yeah.
So that way we're halfway through the conversation, and then Charlie mentions, "Oh yeah, by the way, this is a spoiler alert."
Now that we mentioned a huge plot point,
it's better to know it than not know it at all.
Don't get pissed at us for just rooting some
If you're gonna be
scenes.
pissed at somebody, it's Charlie. Just be pissed. No, I'm just kidding.
But like what I've noticed about Star Wars at this point is that, well, how long it's been out in theaters by now. If you haven't seen Star Wars in theaters,
by the time this is out,
you're not really that big of a fan into
A
it.
fan, yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm not saying you're not a fan, but I'm just saying, like,
that's not the first.
There's other interests that you'd rather pursue than,
Yep.
or other types of entertainment that you would pursue rather than before Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Agreed.
I was very surprised they killed Snoke so fast. Because he was only introduced in The Force Awakens, and they kind of played him up as this, kind of Palpatine-esque guy that was going to be like the new, Dark Lord kind of figure, and they fucking killed him off right away.
Do you know who I found out who actually played Snoke?
Who?
Same guy who plays Gollum.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
That's him?
Yeah.
Shit.
No wonder
that guy can play CG
I could have
characters.
swore I
great.
saw some Gollum in there somewhere.
I know.
That fight scene was great, though.
Oh yeah,
that was probably the highlight of the movie.
You know what? I'm actually anticipating, to be completely honest. The next like kind of sort of Harry Potter movie, the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. The first one was awesome, and the second one looks to be even better.
I haven't seen all of the Harry Potters.
Yeah.
No, I've seen every one of them, but
yeah, I haven't.
I'm a movie guy.
Yeah, I'd love to go back and rewatch those because it was so scattered. Because like you'd see one, you'd see another one, and then it'd be like a year later you watch the next one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then you'd see like the fourth one.
Yeah, I'd skip one and I'd see the next one.
Well, maybe that's what we should do one weekend is do like a
we're gonna watch. We'll start Friday morning and watch them till Sunday evening.
Well, they're not that long.
I know, but
that would be like binging Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
a good 9 hours will get us through every Harry Potter movie.
I don't know. That'd be a hell of a
marathon.
It's not called a marathon for nothing, boys.
Yep.
It tests your mind and your body.
Deadpool's coming out. Deadpool 2's coming out in May. I don't know if you guys heard about that.
I can't wait.
It was going to be coming out in July, but they moved it forward. It's coming out.
That's awesome.
It's coming out in May, so we're definitely going to go see that together.
Yeah.
We gotta see that together. So.
Yeah, and maybe if you're lucky, we can sneak the audio equipment in.
we're gonna
do a podcast right there.
Bootleg the whole thing.
Yeah, piss
just
off
audio,
everybody in the fucking theater, and we're gonna go opening night 2 first showing,
and we're gonna buy a few extra seats just for our audio equipment. One for my laptop, one for the Blue Yeti mic.
We gotta get like an audio tech guy with a boom. Yeah, just a big ass fucking boom, and we're gonna sit like in prime seating too. So at least 50%. We're gonna be pissing off at least 50% of the people behind us.
And then we're going to have the projector guy pause it at certain points so we can discuss it too.
Yeah.
And we're going to ask everyone to be quiet while we're talking.
Yeah.
We don't want any of your bullshit or feedback. It's us three talking, damn
it. Yeah.
All you hear is just
Don't you know who we are?
Come on! What the hell?
Okay. There's actually I can't hold my tongue anymore about Star Wars.
Okay, let it out.
But with the new movie, I will say, I think the third installment will be something new. I'm hoping it will be something new. Because you got to think of it this way.
Well, you got to think.
Episode 7 was A New Hope.
Yep.
I mean, we just went from a moon-sized Star Destroyer that can destroy planets to a planet-sized that can destroy entire systems.
Yeah.
Same concept.
Yeah, very true.
This one is kind of like, and then The Last Jedi was...
Deceiving?
No.
The Last Jedi.
I would say it was 4, 5, and 6. I would say 5 and 6 in one movie.
Yeah, I could see it, yeah.
Yeah, because you've got Snoke, the death of Snoke, the death of Palpatine. Like, and it was kind of that, I don't know, I just kind of got that vibe of, damn it, you know.
Yeah, a lot of people were mad because they didn't develop him at all, you know what I mean? Like, he was such a small part of The Force Awakens. Yeah. They didn't really go much in depth with him.
They shrouded him in mystery.
He shrouded in mystery, which is cool, but then again, you want to know a little bit about the guy. Yeah. You know, how he got to that position to begin with, you know, this. But, and then before you get to know anything.
I mean, I know you're a big Star Wars buff. I mean, in anything you've ever read, was there any mention of Snoke before? I mean, did he just come out with the movie before?
Who are you talking to?
So you, Stan?
I'm not a big Star Wars buff. Like, I know.
Really?
Dude, I know like barely anything compared to a lot of Star Wars nerds and geeks and stuff like that. But
nerds and nerdettes.
I don't know. It just surprised me though that the kind of the switch was directed by a different person too.
Yeah, J.J.
It went from J.J. Abrams in The Force Awakens to Rian Johnson directed The Last Jedi. And I don't know, you could tell they kind of were on two different kind of ways on how they wanted to approach this trilogy.
Yeah, that's very true.
They should have stuck with the same director throughout instead of switching it up like that, in my opinion.
Yeah, but
to keep the continuity.
But still, I actually didn't mind the director as much because it wasn't that night and day. You know, it was like dusk. Yeah. Like it wasn't like, okay, now we're gonna have Steven Spielberg direct Transformers. You know, you know how that would be. They could be two big actors, but yet they're so like different and great in their own aspect that they can't really do each other's stuff. And I didn't really get that sense of, wow, this is like obviously another director. I kind of got that same.
I can tell you who's going to direct the last one. It's going to be Michael Bay, and it's just going to be 2.5 hours of explosions.
Yeah, beautiful like special effects. It's going to be explosions.
There's no story really. It's just awesome
just
visuals.
Planets exploding, ships exploding.
Different camera angles of ship blown up.
What I will like though is the direction that they took with the, I guess, in between movies.
With Rogue One?
With Rogue One. I loved Rogue One.
Yeah.
I did too.
I thought it was so cool. And what was that? The Han Solo? They're doing the Han Solo. I mean, that is...
You know what's crazy is they haven't released anything about it. Like, any trailer or nothing.
Yeah.
It's just going to hit theaters without anyone's knowledge.
That's just weird to me that they didn't.
Yeah, it's going to be... It's just going to be a close-up of the guy going, I'm Han Solo. And then it's going to have the date it's releasing in theaters. And they know that alone will generate a massive crowd.
Oh, you plaster the Star Wars logo anywhere, and there's going to be, hysteria.
Well, what I really want to know is how they're going to put the damn, I lost my train of thought. Transition Carrie Fisher's part from The Last Jedi into the next one because now that she's gone.
Yeah. It might.
I mean, she's still alive, so she's,
Exactly, that's exactly my
point. Up in the air, what they're going to do.
The Force Awakens, they left it where she was still alive, so what's going to happen now? Are they just going to say, oh, she decided to leave?
Yeah. Well, when she got pushed into the vacuum of space, I was like, okay, you know,
Yep.
I was like,
I
oh,
thought
this is
the
how they're
same
gonna end
thing.
it.
Yeah, because I can understand, like, they want to, you know, not essentially phase out the old and bring in the new, but they kind of want to they want to see the heroes that develop the franchise. They want to see them off properly. And I thought, like, you know, major spoiler, I thought Luke Skywalker's death was perfect.
Yeah.
Like, where he fucked with Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
And then faded off.
The only thing that bothered me is I was expecting this epic fight between Kylo Ren and Luke Skywalker when they met. Mm-hmm. You know, on that I can't remember the planet's name, but at the end when they were facing off, and it was Luke just using the Force to produce a hologram of himself.
Mm-hmm.
That was the
because they set it up, you know, and I'm like, this is it. This is gonna be that lightsaber battle I was waiting for, you know.
Nope.
And I was like, nope. He just dodges him, and then he goes to ram him and finds out he's a hologram, and boom, shoot back to our or whatever that planet, that island is he's on, and he's meditating, you know, using the Force, and then he just kind of drifts off.
I don't know. I would love to see a movie that takes place in between, you know, Force Awakens and the last of the original trilogy. Just to see, like, what happened to, you know, I know we saw clips of what happened to bring Kylo Ren to how he was, but kind of what happened after, even before that. You know what I mean?
Well, that'll be in the 3 trilogy after this trilogy. So that will be in the next trilogy, and that will be an in-between movie during the next trilogy, is like, how did Kylo Ren come to be? But he's not really that iconic of a character, in my opinion.
Him up.
I'm sorry, yeah, he's nowhere near how Darth Vader was. Darth Vader, he was... Yeah. That was just pure icon.
Yeah. Well, the thing with Darth Vader, too, is, like, just talk about just such a menacing...
Yeah, I remember watching it as a kid, like, Darth Vader. I got physically scared seeing him. You know, the red lightsaber and that black cloak, and, like, that just kind of, like, you know, there's no facial expression. It's a helmet.
And it's deep.
And he's got that deep, booming voice, and you're like, holy shit. And the music comes on. And you know some shit's going to get wrecked.
Yeah, and you know immediately. He doesn't need to talk. He doesn't need to say anything. But you know, just, like, you could catch him in a crowd. You just know you are villainous.
Yeah.
Like, you're clearly villainous.
Yeah, he just struck fear. You know, and you saw it, like, on the deck. Everyone, like, when he came in the room, they were, like, on edge.
They shut the hell up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because he'd force choke, you know.
Yeah.
He didn't have to touch you. He didn't have to be in the same room as you to, like, inflict horrible amounts of pain.
Are you talking about, like, the biblical ass whooping he delivered at the end of Rogue One?
Yeah. Just open that elevator door and just start slaying.
Yeah. That was actually the most badass thing I've ever seen.
That was
in a Star Wars movie.
Charlie,
other than when Anakin got his legs and his arm chopped off.
Oh yeah,
that was badass.
That was a great fight scene.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was actually more brutal than anything.
Also, when Anakin cut Count Dooku's head off.
Yeah.
That was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for what is his name now? I can't think.
General Grievous.
No, it was
what did he look like? What color was his skin?
It was the only African American.
Oh, Mace Windu.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for Mace Windu because no one ever really confirmed he died.
Or it was Lando. Lando Calrissian.
We got.
No. I'm talking. Man, what is his name? What is the actor's name for Mace Windu?
Samuel L. Jackson.
There we go. For some reason I couldn't get that name
Charlie.
Right. No,
the guy's in every movie.
Yeah, he's in Pulp Fiction, man. Come on.
Classic.
I know, but no one ever confirmed he died. He just went out the window. I'm just waiting for maybe he'll be the next leader.
For him to resurface.
Exactly.
That'd be some shit. But they won't use Samuel L. Jackson. It'll be like, I don't know.
I don't know.
Who else would play him?
Samuel L. Jackson.
I guess he could. Yeah,
Because, well, he's obviously aged.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that makes perfect sense then.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that is pretty cool with the timing, too, is you could tell that, well, because, humans naturally age, that the original characters had aged.
Yep.
And
so you can see the progression,
Yep. But, I mean, maybe because of, some weird effect of the Force, maybe he was meditating all this time, and that's why he didn't age as much as he should have. I don't know, who knows? Just some weird back-ass way of just trying to make up for it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's gonna be a good future for movies, though.
Definitely.
Yeah, Deadpool.
Deadpool, Black Panther in February.
Yep, and also the Avengers. 3 now?
I think so.
Yeah. It's the Infinity War.
Yep.
That's
you guys see the trailer for that?
Yeah, has it come out now?
Yeah. Oh, it's been out for a while.
I'm gonna have to watch the trailer for it.
Yeah.
It looks like colossal, and it's just the scale of the battles, and it just looks like all hell's breaking loose, and I guarantee they're gonna kill off one or two main characters.
Well, I know what the Vision. Isn't that his name?
Vision.
He's gone.
He's gone.
I know he's dead just by knowing
one of the maybe the Avengers might.
Well, he's dead for the fact he's gonna die for the fact that the bad guy's gonna have the power or the gauntlet, and he needs the stone. And that's the only way Vision works.
Yeah, it's in his stone. It's embedded in his skull. Yeah.
Exactly. He's gonna rip that shit right off his head.
Gonna skull fuck him and take it. It goes from PG to R right there.
R, you're talking about X here, man.
I hear you there, but I think they are gonna kill off an iconic character.
Yeah.
I honestly think either Tony Stark or Captain America, or both. Honestly.
I think they'd probably kill off Tony Stark.
I know, that's going to be sad, though, for the fact, man, it's been with us so long. It's just like how, man, I can't, I'm really good with names, and tonight I just cannot get names tonight.
Who are you?
But, Logan, how Hugh Jackman left. I know that movie was just sad to me.
Logan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it. Don't get me wrong. It was the most brutal Wolverine movie I've ever watched.
Well, that's how Wolverine should be. I'm kind of glad that they didn't make it I can understand in the X-Men movies they kind of tamed him down a little bit, particularly on the gore, but in X-Men Origins and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How they kind of ramped it up and made it seem a little bit more realistic on what his knives can actually do.
Yep. You know what? Going back to the games for just a second, I actually had X-Men. No, but that's the great thing about some of those games, those online ones, is the fact that, at the beginning they can be really crappy for the fact that there's nothing to do, level caps are too short, things like that. But, after a few months, they can add a ton of stuff, and it's like a whole new game in a way. Actually, what game is like that I was playing? Well, for one, Rocket League changes all the time like that, where there's always something new. But there was another one I was playing. Destiny 2, actually, where, of course it's DLC, you have to buy it, but, I heard it at the beginning of the game. There was some of my other friends that have it, the level cap ended at 20 or 30, I think. But for me, I'm already up there and I'm still going because I purchased the DLC. I'm sorry, but that gets me onto another kind of rant I have. The fact that when we were younger, when we were kids, when you bought a game, you bought the whole game. There was no DLC bullshit.
Yeah, but you also have to look at the complexity of games.
True.
And well, let's take it for like an economical sense. Like, how much was an N64 game?
Actually, an N64 game back then used to be about $50-$60.
How much was Destiny 2 when it released?
The lone game was about 50-60, probably about $60.
Yeah. Now look at what do you think what do you think was more difficult to, or had the larger team, Destiny 2 or GoldenEye, for instance?
That's actually a difficult question, for the fact that a lot of things have gotten easier to develop compared to back then when they were developing. I mean, they were still new to 3D technology, so it would have been like a bigger team, or it could have been a small one. Like I said, it's a difficult question to gauge. It still feels. I'm sorry. I've played 80-hour games, 90-hour games on the GameCube, on the PS3, all before DLC started. And Destiny 2, that game only clocks in at like maybe 20, 25 hours of campaign.
Yeah, it's definitely.
But you got to look at all the multiplayer part of it.
True.
Because that's a big part of like modern gaming is the online factor.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's very true.
And you have to have an online connection to play a lot of these games now. Like, it's not an option. You must have it.
Yeah. Yep. We'll take like that would be another cool one, is Grand Theft Auto.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. All of us playing that.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Because like, if you have 4 people, it's perfect. Because you're not stuck in lobbies waiting for people to like some random person who either doesn't really follow the group or kind of does his own fucking thing, or he doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground and he fucks up every time.
That's why we got to recruit Tony.
All right, actually, and I actually have one more thing to say about the whole paid DLC thing. Look at Grand Theft Auto. What was it, 5 that just came out a couple years ago?
Like 5 years ago.
All right, so it came out 5 years ago. All right,
that
game is.
It came out before the PS4.
It's a long game.
Wow.
Full of everything, but I mean, you paid $60 for it, and you got pretty much everything. Everything else that came for DLC was mainly like extra cars and boats and things like that. You know.
Well, the DLC with Grand Theft Auto is like, it's all free, but you have to look at this too, is in their online sense, it is, I shouldn't say it's very difficult, but it takes some time to establish a foothold by yourself in that game.
Yeah, I kind of get what you mean.
So they sell. So I mean, they have the shark cards. You know, you pay $100, you get $1 million, or more than $1 million. I think I don't know the actual exchange rate, but you get in-game currency because like you could sit there and you can grind out a heist, and if you grind out the entire thing, you maybe, like, depending on how many missions, I think if you're hosting it, you don't get any money for any of the prerequisite missions, but you can pick from a larger pot at the end of the mission.
Oh.
Yeah. One thing that kind of like DLC, but not it isn't DLC, are loot boxes. I actually hate loot boxes.
Oh, yeah. That is one reason why I didn't buy Battlefront 2.
Yep.
I don't care.
Bullshit.
Like, I know Call of Duty has, like, the loot box system, but you can either buy them now with COD points, or you could do the grind and, like, earn them.
Work for them. Yep.
Yeah, but it's just, it's all cosmetic, and that's what I like about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's like, wow, I'm, like, kind of getting sick and tired of, like, why would I buy a game for $60 when, like, say I can only afford a game for $60? I buy that game. Yep. And now I'm getting my ass kicked consistently by a guy who paid, who could invest like $500 into it and get all this advanced shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
It doesn't. I mean, it's like kind of like unfair. I mean, the guy with the most money is gonna have the upper hand.
yeah, it just,
Whereas it
It's
should
a
be
letdown.
whoever bought the
It's a
game
real
should have an equal
letdown.
playing
It
field.
feels like
Yeah.
a waste of money at that point.
well, and it's like, wow, okay, you want this helmet with leaves coming out of it? Yeah, sure, you know.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you can either buy a loot box with a chance of getting it, or you could just grind it out and you might even earn one.
Yep. I completely agree. But then there's games where some of these games are completely based around loot boxes. And it's pay to win at that point, and it's bullshit.
Yeah. Well, like free to play games, like I've noticed,
Yeah.
it's like free to play games get a lot of hate, but you got to remember it's free to
It's free
play.
to play, yeah, exactly.
They need to make money somehow.
Yep.
That's
But
exactly
I'm not even going off free to play. I'm just stating like games where here's a great for instance, the new Need for Speed Payback. In order to get car parts to actually build a better car, to make your car faster, you had to get loot boxes. Or you could take your chance with a roulette that half the time wouldn't give you it. And I was watching a top 10 worst letdown video games of 2017, and yeah, that Need for Speed Payback was one of them, for the fact that they have like you could take your chance to get a gold. You could pay to get a golden muffler. And it's like, what's the point of that? What? It is. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I'm just not happy.
Well, like the same thing goes for like Horizon.
Yeah.
Like Horizon 3, what I've noticed is like some of those cars, like the amount of money you get in contrast to how much you have to play.
Yep.
And I know we're trailing on. Steven's kind of been quiet for a little bit.
I like listening.
But the amount of money, like the in-game currency, I'll say, that you get from doing the grind is not that much compared to how much the cars are. But yet you can buy tokens.
Yep.
But if you do the math, like, and you were to buy the most expensive car using simply tokens, it equals to like $150 to $200 just to buy enough tokens to unlock the car.
Yep. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I agree with you on that.
And it's like, yeah, I'll just,
play with the cars that are here.
Yeah. Because it would take me, I would have to work like longer to even accumulate that much money to buy the car than it would be to just do the grind.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the weird thing. I've seen a lot of racing games go that way now.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I think Forza's got it pretty locked in now. I don't know, but Horizon 3, those fucking wheel spins can really piss me off. Oh my god.
Yeah.
You hit the fucking lever, and it starts spinning, and it's like you could win, a Lamborghini's 700 Super Veloce, and you see the cars go snapping by, and it's like Ferrari, Lamborghini, Bugatti, Koenigsegg, 2,000 fucking credits. Yeah! 2,000 fucking credits.
And that little lever, it'll just eke its way over the Ferrari into the 2,000 credits. Like, it'll be so close.
Oh, yeah.
And then, boop.
Yeah.
You got 2,000 credits, bitch. Like.
Oh, yeah. And then there's like this little choir of kids, and then,
Or you get a Toyota Supra.
Actually, I actually unlocked a Toyota Supra.
Yeah.
Which is weird because it really pissed me off because right before I did it, I bought one in the game.
Yep.
But then I got like the Horizon edition, so it gave me extra drift points, and I'm like, sweet, that's all I use that car for anyway.
Good old drift points.
It's a point racker. That's all it is.
Yep.
And then when your skill song comes on, you get you get quadruple, but every time that thing fucking plays, oh, look, hey, you know, there's one fucking tree. I've got about 500,000 credits stored. I'm waiting for it to count down. There's one tree in the middle of the fucking desert. What's my ass gonna do? Ram into it. Yeah, like I'll accumulate points for like 2 minutes and 35 seconds out of this 2 minute and 40-second song. And within the last 5 seconds, I'll hit a fucking tree and get nothing.
Yep. That's the worst feeling of the damn world. I've done it too.
Shit. Well, what do you guys think? Time to wrap her up?
I think it's.
We're approaching an hour here, so.
I think so. I think it's time to wrap it up for the night, boys.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think we did pretty good with staying on topic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we
covered
kind of
a variety.